Hello. I've been hearing a lot for a long time now about turtles being in Battle for the Grid. Some people don't want them. They don't want guest characters. Some people want them. I'm in the camp that wants them. But I also agree all four would be too much because it takes up 4 slots, and this roster isn't the biggest to be having 4 guest characters added to the game. Some people say it should just be Leo and Shredder, which would make sense, you know, the leader and Shredder, because everyone likes Green Ranger Shredder's design. And some say they want Leo to play like Injustice, where he has assists, like this. But it'd be the Turtles, obviously. If you played Injustice 2, you'd know that, you know, that's how he plays. But I'm using Arya for a reason, because I don't agree with that. It's a 3v3 fighter already. I think there's a more interesting way to handle the Turtles. Now, in this gameplay right here, she has a dash. See? Little flight and a dash. And, you know, just basic normals. You know, normal jab, 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 grab. However, let's say they anti-air you when you fly. When you dash, they keep punishing it. They block it and they punish. You have no solution. Well, with Arya, she has this feature. She can switch forms. She loses her dash, as you can see by the input. It doesn't work anymore. But now she has a projectile. She's now a zoner. So, she still has the same normals, same grab, and that's my idea for the Turtles, really. They have the same playstyle, they have the same normals, the same grab, you know, everything the same, except their specials. Their specials are what define them. And the way it works for me would be that each Turtles kind of counters a certain playstyle, or at least could counter a certain playstyle. I'm not going to give exacts because I don't know what N-Wave might do, and I really hope they listen to this. Even if they don't agree, I hope they listen. But, like, let's say this opponent keeps blocking. I'm going to use it. Good thing I have auto block on, but let's say one of the Turtles is a grappler. For just example, maybe none of them will be grapplers. So you play the other 3, and they just can just block all your attacks. Like you just keep getting blocked. But you switch to the turtle that's a grappler, and they pretty much open them up free with the command grabs. Or maybe one's a zoner. Like I said, these are just examples. I don't think anyone's going to be a zoner in the Turtles. And, you know, they keep zoning you out, so you use counter zone. So the whole gimmick is that they wouldn't be the best at what they do, because in the comics and the cartoons, they're never shown to be good, like, as one-on-one fighters. When, like, Bebop and Rocksteady fight them one-on-one, they lose. It's only when they're together they win. And that's how this gimmick will work, where you have to use the 4 effectively as one fighter. They won't have multiple health bars. They'll have one health bar. They share it, and you switch them out to fit the situation you're in, to overcome the enemy. It'd be something that's unique, and unlike the Power Rangers, where a lot of them can solo the monsters of the week, it's really not shown that Turtles can do that to their enemies. So it actually fit their characters pretty well that they can't win against like a Zed or like a Red Ranger. They'd have to team up and beat them to get as a unit. And I think that'd be kind of cool. It'd be unique. There's no real Ranger that would fit this mold, really. And I think it'd just be a way to make them feel like guest characters in this game without, you know, anything too crazy. Now it depends on how N-Way can load in their weapons, because I would think you could just have their colors be swapped fairly easy. I don't know, though. I don't make games like that, so maybe it's very difficult. But I do know they have certain items loaded in the background off screen, so they'll, like, when you use a super, like Treo Triforia, his pyramid's always out. It's just hidden off screen. They can do something like that, where they have the turtles' weapons and their helmets off screen, and they load in when you switch them out, which is the mechanic I say it should do, like this. Let's say, since there's only a 3-button fighter instead of a 6-button fighter, it'd be like this. Down and heavy gets you Leo. Back and heavy gets you Raph. Forward and heavy gets you Mikey. And up and heavy gets you Donnie. And it's super unsafe. I don't want it to be like, oh, you're getting beaten repeatedly, and you switch them out to a character that can counter what you're getting put up against, and you win. I want it to be something you gotta do, you have to plan for. Or bait. Let's say you're playing as Leo, you know? And you know, you're doing pretty good, but they're trying to get in. So what do? You still think you could beat them with Leo, but if you click down and whatever input it would be again, instead of getting a different turtle, you're clicking down and heavy again, or whatever. You do a quick tag out, which doesn't really tag anyone out. You just puff of smoke or whatever, and that you come right back in. So they're trying to punish you for tagging to a different turtle, and then you're not. So you're actually safe, and you can punish their punish. It'd be a little bait. So it's actually a little mind game with that, where you could just go like, okay, is he going to switch to a different turtle, or are they going to switch to the same turtle and try to punish me? And I think it'd be kind of unique. And they could reuse some animations and stuff for the turtles. And I think, besides, you know, stuff like this, where like one turtle would have like this. They have a little jab. It's never gonna hit. Never gonna hit. Ever. However, let's say Donnie, you switch to Donnie, and that same move will now hit because he has a longer weapon. I don't think there will be many normals like that, but maybe like 1 or 2 normals where it depends on the turtle what the range is would be kind of cool. But I think it should be mostly their specials that change depending on the turtle. Everything else should just be the same. And their super could even use April, because she's in the Pink Ranger outfit. You could reuse the Pink Ranger skin for Ranger Slayer, and have it, you know, be a super with all 5, where they use the Power Blaster, and it'd be kind of cool, you know, because that's the best way to implement all 5, well, 4 really. 5 would be April, all 4 turtles in the game without really compromising slots, and without really missing out on having any turtle. Because, you know, if you have just 1 turtle and the other 3 are assists, you know, what if you're a fan of Mikey and they give you Raph? You know, it's kind of sad. You kind of want to have Mikey in the game. So the best of all possibilities would be have them all in the game as 1 character. And unlike Arya, like I said, they should only have 1 health bar. They share a health bar. This is having 3 health bars would not work. That'd be 5 health bars, and they'd pretty much die immediately. So that's my suggestion for how to implement the turtles in Grid. I think it's interesting, and it really would be something that wouldn't really be able to be done with any other Power Ranger. Maybe a monster could use this gimmick, so it's not 100% original, but I can't think of a monster right now that would switch between 4 different forms in Power Rangers. Maybe there is. If you know one, leave it down in the comments. But it is just my way of having my voice heard about how I feel the turtles should play. I'm not getting into Shredder, 'cause that's just a power that would work. But I think for the turtles, it should definitely be a stance character where stances are each a different turtle. And like I said, depending on the turtle, you get a different little play style, and it can counter. But I don't want them to be like super good. Like, let's say one's a zoner. Like let's say one's a zoner. I don't want them to be a good zoner. I don't want them to be like, you know, Mastodon Sentry, where it's like really good at zoning. I want them to be, you know, mediocre. They're not supposed to be great as a solo unit. So try to incorporate it into the gameplay where, yeah, you have all 4, and they're all okay in fighting, but they're not great. Like, because you get the option to counter almost every playstyle. It wouldn't be fair if they were really good in the game. Instead, just have them, average at each playstyle. That way, it balances out the fact that you have options for all different playstyles. It'd be unique. It'd be fun. It'd be a great way to have all 4 turtles who would already share their models. All that would change would be the helmet and the weapon. So, I think it'd be kind of cool to see. And that's all I really have to say about that. I hope someone listens to me. And even if they tell me I'm an idiot, I'd rather hear that than nothing at all. So, I really hope they get in the game. And I don't think they're coming anytime soon. But if they do, this is how I would like to see them play. That's all I have to say. So if you have any comments about this, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, maybe you have your own opinions on how they should play, just leave it down in the comments. I'll be listening. Have a good one.